Feel great, I'm so pleased I'm here, full of hope, think you can pull it off, yeah.
You think you can?
Yeah, why not?
We're fighting this to win.
We feel very excited for Corbyn.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
We will do it.
JC.
Yeah!
Jesus
Christ!
Steady on.
What we're saying is, it's time for a change.
How does Britain need to change?
Yeah, compassion. I think we're lacking in that in modern politics.
Look at the way communities can come together in the face of adversity, support each other.
Manchester attacks and then what happened in London, I think it's really raw and it's hit home, but I think the fact that people are still turning out today in the numbers, I think it speaks volumes about the man himself.
Do you understand why someone would vote for the Tories?
No.
They must have lots of money that need protecting.
That's it. Naked self-interest.
Yes, yes it is.
Do you know any Tories?
I hope not.
The Tories would set young against old. The Tories would set region against region. We don't do that. We bring people together. Look at all of us here today, in our thousands, here in Gateshead. We're young, we're old, we're black, we're white, we're gay, we're straight. We are a crowd together because of what we want to achieve.
Our journey through this strange, unpredictable election began 6 weeks ago.
Theresa May saying this is a big moment for the country and she's got to try and increase the majority and...
It was supposed to be all over before it started.
Conservatives.
And yet there were signs that some people knew something important was at stake.
For the first time ever, I think we've genuinely got a choice.
I do have to say to people, come June the 8th, don't vote Conservative. Because all you're going to do is punish people like my dad.
Since then, the usual rituals of politics have been upended twice, underlining the fact that we live in a confounding, often frightening world.
I think we're all a bit deflated because of what's happened, all the bombing.
Theresa May took the chair at a meeting of the government's emergency committee.
We're in a difficult time. We need strong leadership, tough leadership people.
Yeah. She's strong. She always looks scared out of her wits.
Yeah.
Somehow, all the arguments and campaigning have carried on, and one of the things that makes democracy so resilient has become clear. The way that it allows no end of different voices to be heard.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. We work for The Guardian, the newspaper, and we're travelling around Britain for about 4 or 5 weeks, talking to people in various towns. And we're in Bridgend this week. You're going to vote next week?
Yes, definitely.
Wow, it's a bit of enthusiasm.
Yes, I've got to vote.
Jeremy Corbyn in one word?
Oh, no.
No, I
No,
won't
he does
go
my
there.
head in, he does.
Definitely not Theresa May.
Why not?
She's like Margaret Thatcher, I think.
Oh, no.
You don't?
This place still feels like it has a big Labour vote, but we're looking for evidence of something more. Jeremy Corbyn's supposed surge in the polls.
It's quite odd to hear, for me, to hear South Walian people voting Tory. My grandfather was a South Wales coal miner. The idea that people who would vote Tory used to be weird.
This is the mind-blowing thing. We've always been Labour, and for it to come to this is insane. But she's the only person I trust.
I always vote Labour, but I wasn't going to this time. But because what Theresa May have done with the old age pension, cutting the winter fuel out, I'm going to vote for Jeremy. I don't like him. He don't look like a leader, does he?
Don't know. I don't know what a leader looks like anymore.
And I'm sure you will hear plenty of bluff, bravado, tempty, shiny election promises. But the only question to consider is who should be in number 10 to steer Britain to a brighter future.
Places like this don't often get a look in when it comes to election coverage. But it's good, it's useful to know what's going on among Tory voters, the Conservative tribe.
She reminds me of Margaret Thatcher to some extent, but a gentler version of Margaret Thatcher. And I voted for her, I voted for Brexit, and I see no reason to change that at all.
A gentle Margaret Thatcher, as you see, it's quite a good idea.
Yes.
They don't in South Wales.
Wow, well there you go. Not everybody can be the same.
I mean, the last time they came in, my grandchildren's children will still be paying off the debt.
Last time they were in, my child was born in a brand new hospital.
Well, it doesn't
And
matter.
all the schools were getting rebuilt.
It doesn't matter about the brand new buildings. There's nothing wrong with the bloody old buildings.
You voted Remain.
Yeah.
And you think she's had a pretty awful campaign.
It's not been very good.
And you're still voting Conservative.
I still will, yeah. But he's handling himself very well, I think.
Why not vote for him?
Because I've told you why.
Because he spend all the money.
Yeah.
2 years ago, getting an outing with a Labour candidate in a marginal seat was almost impossible. But under Corbyn, things seem to have changed.
Really easy now.
Oh, is it?
Something's changed. You're all
I
human
don't know.
again. And
Are
what
we
have
all
you.
Well, I'm more human probably because I'm a nurse. I'm not a politician.
2 out of 3 Labour voters.
That lady had a poster.
This is very forensic, this. In a seat as tight as this, you have to maximise what's called voter contact.
Okay, postal, fabulous. Did you vote for Labour?
I watched him on the One Show as well. It's like, you know, you watch these programmes and he just seems more like of a people person to me.
Ah, now there is your opponent, standing with Theresa May. Wow, he's brave now as the door knocks. Right. Are you having it?
Oh, you've seen Game of Thrones, haven't you? Yeah, bring it on, I say. Who's put that there? She's a lady who comes from a working class background, and I think we should be supporting her.
What's he up?
Good man. So we need to take that down then, don't we?
I don't know who put it down.
We need to take that down.
That's not your poster.
My dad.
Right, okay.
I'm thinking of Labour at the moment.
Labour, sir, Labour.
What's happening is that the grandchildren are actually telling their grandparents how to vote.
Well, even the mood on the street has changed. You know, people are warming to Labour.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Oh, I love it.
Do you?
Oh, absolutely love it. I love talking to people. Elections bring out the best in me.
Mr. Corbyn for president!
We pulled into this place pretty much at random. But mostly because it reminded us of somewhere we were 3 weeks ago, where a lot of people were talking enthusiastically about the idea that Theresa May offered sort of strong and stable leadership. You're going to vote?
I am going to vote, yes.
And the people talk about politics in the shop?
Oh man, it's barber shop in here. Everything's about politics in here. Word of mouth, different people's opinions.
Where'd you get your information?
Twitter's my most common one, to be fair though, you know, because you get the comedy side of it a little bit as well, to be honest.
What's the best stuff you've seen on Twitter about the election?
Taking off Theresa May's face, put it on, you know, Terminator 2.
It's politics now, folks.
Look,
I know.
How will I down?
If only I could. I've got to find out what people think about the election. So do you know who you're going to vote for?
Well, like last week, it's 100% Conservative. And now, through my daughter and through watching television, I'm not sure. I might change my mind, but I might not. He seems quite sincere.
I think that Jeremy Corbyn's a really good alternative to what we've got. Currently, I think it's a little bit cruel with some sections of our society who are being made to suffer.
Such as?
Such as the disabled.
Do you always vote Labour?
No.
Okay.
I've voted Tory in the past.
It'd be very easy to say all the opinion polls are a load of nonsense. But clearly they picked something up.
Get rid of this dreadful woman.
Oh, hello, it's John Harris from The Guardian here. Have you got 30 seconds or so?
Labour might have opened up, but trying to get time with the Tory campaign has proved to be rather different.
I will look into it for you. What's the piece about?
Just about the political situation in Mansfield. As you probably know, it's a Conservative target seat.
I've watched a couple of your videos. They're very good.
You're very kind.
Video coverage. That's all right. Video coverage, political situation.
Definitely running on fumes. And the Tories haven't phoned back. Although, if you're having a campaign wobble and you know about our films, this is not the best combination for us. It tends to mean silence. If you could sum up Theresa May in one word, what word would you pick?
I don't trust her.
Oh, and Jeremy Corbyn?
I don't like him either.
Blimey. Hard to please.
I am.
That, I suspect, is the overlooked voice of quite a few of the British public. Let's not get too carried away.
Labour used to be all right. I don't like the leader that they've got. I don't think he's strong enough. And I think that we'll have another bloody 4 years of the Tories.
What do you think of her, Theresa May?
Not a lot.
I wonder what you make of Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh, he's a bit of a twaddle, isn't he?
He said really bad things about our military.
No, but Dad was in the 40s, so
okay.
brothers followed, nephews.
And we had a grandson who died in Afghanistan. He was 25. He's
sorry to
Grenadier
hear
Guard. in 2010.
Wow, so that's real for you, all those things about foreign policy and
Oh,
that's very real.
Yes, my military family back our country to the hilt.
Labour all the way.
Are you Labour all the way? Go on then, tell me why. You can't. Oh, well, that'll do. You Labour all the way. Well, that's the nature of the journalistic enterprise is you treat everything like it's a puzzle that can be solved, and I'm not sure this one can.
Yeah, what are you actually doing?
Making a film about the election.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to vote next week.
What it is, I've always been Labour through and through, but I just don't trust them anymore. I might vote Labour because I don't agree with what Conservatives are doing. I want them gone. 100%.
Better vote Labour then?
I think I might.
See you later. We've reached our limits of vox popping. I must have gone up to, I reckon probably in the region of 75 or 80 people in the last 4 days and said, how do you feel about the election? Can you sum up Jeremy Corbyn in a word? What about Theresa May? What's going to be in your head when you come to vote? What do you think's going to happen? Where do you get your information?
I don't want to change the world. I'm not looking
There shouldn't be anybody in this region, in this country, supports a bloody Tory party.
Those with the broadest shoulders will be asked to pay that the rest of us might benefit from the decent services and investment that we need. Tonight here in Gateshead in the rain, we've shown just how much support there is. And thank you for having the ability to put hope over fear, to put unity over division. Thank you very much, Gateshead. Thank you.
I feel sort of very odd, in the sense that I'm among my tribe, I really feel like I am. There are big elements of this that really are tremendously hopeful, and it's good that people are coming together to say we've had enough of food banks and homelessness and underfunded public services. See, I'm quite old, and my formative political experiences were all at a time where we had a nasty Tory government, led by a woman Prime Minister a lot of people didn't like, and people came to events not unlike this, and I was one of them. And nonetheless, we kept losing. And I wonder whether this is going to repeat itself again. I hope not.